I'm afraid that we may be less Christians than our LGBT friends here because they accept us fully. But many of us in the mainline churches cannot accept them fully as they are. My name is Steven Suleiman. I'm an ordained pastor of the Indonesian Christian Church. It is quite unusual for a Christian pastor to get involved with LGBTIQ communities in Indonesia. Historically, Indonesia was quite open towards different types of sexual orientation, and we had a lot of variations in sexual relationship. But later, when the monotheistic religions came to Indonesia, and all these different variations and types of sexual orientations and gender identities were pushed out. Well, the traditional view, of course, is that God created man, Adam and Eve, that man should marry a woman, and that sexual relationship can only happen between a man and a woman, and only within a marriage. And outside marriage, it's illegal. Now that I realize that even sexual relationship between husband and wife can also be illegal when the relationship is being forced upon one party by another party. It's not a consensual relationship based on love. So when it happens between a man and a woman and with another woman, as long as it is based on consensuality, on love, then what's wrong with it? In my youth, I realized that some of my cousins were actually gays, and they were excluded from the family. So it was very sad. So I began to think, why should we exclude LGBT people from our community, from our life? Because of that rejection, many of my LGBT friends said that they were atheists, they were agnostics. And that was the experience that I had when I first met them, when I said I wanted to send my students to their organization to learn about their life. They were suspicious. Why do you want to send your students to us? Are you trying to convert us? Are you trying to Christianize us? I said, no, I have no such an intention in my life, in my heart. I just want my students to learn and to realize that LGBT people are just like any of us. And what happened? After 3 years of sending my students to those communities, some of them began to say to me, Reverend Stephen, I began to read my Bible again. I began to go back to my church. I began to pray, to salat, to practice salat for the Muslims. I said, oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy that that happened, that we have helped them in a way to reconnect with their God. Now I can say that a few more young pastors are becoming more open and more accepting towards our LGBT friends. I can share that a few other churches in Indonesia now begin to open their ministry to accompany LGBT members of their church to be able to accept themselves as who they are and to help other church members to also accept the LGBT members in their community.